A house that became iconic because of flowers around it, a rare Spanish horse, a park with dinosaur footprints over 100 million years old. And that is just the beginning. Today, you are going to discover 20 wild facts about Texas that sound fake, but are totally real, and I promise that some of them will leave you amazed. Before we dive into this journey, hit the like button and subscribe so you do not miss any of these incredible curiosities. Starting with the first fact about a period of Texas independence. Fact 1. Texas was once a country before joining the United States. Texas was an independent country called the Republic of Texas. This happened between 1836 and 1845, after Texans won the war against Mexico. They even had their own president, currency, and army. However, despite having its own money, the economy was weak and monetary instability was a constant problem. Circulation relied heavily on foreign coins and banknotes. When Texas joined the United States in 1845, it did so with a special condition. It could later be divided into up to 5 different states, which technically is still possible today. Fact 2. Texas and UFOs. Many people think UFO mysteries only happen in Nevada, but Texas has its own strange story about extraterrestrials. In 1897, decades before Roswell, an unidentified flying object allegedly crashed in the small town of Aurora, killing the pilot, who, according to reports at the time, was not of this world. The supposed body was buried in the local cemetery, and many believe this may have been the first UFO crash in the United States. To this day, no one has proven what actually fell there. While some believe it really happened, others think it was just a publicity stunt to draw attention to Aurora. Fact 3. Rodeo is more than a sport in Texas. Rodeo is not just a Texan tradition. It has been officially recognized as the state sport since 1997. It began in the 19th century with cowboys working on large ranches, competing in daily skills like roping cattle and riding wild horses. Today, rodeos generate millions of dollars in tourism and culture, and huge events like the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo attract millions of visitors every year. For many Texans, rodeo is not just entertainment. It is part of local identity and pride. Fact 4. Pioneers. Rest cemetery hidden in Fort Worth. Texas, there is a small cemetery called Pioneers Rest, where many old West cowboys are buried, some without names, only nicknames or initials. These workers were essential for the expansion of cattle trails in the 19th century, but many died without family or official records. Today, Pioneers Rest is the oldest cemetery in Fort Worth, and some gravestones are so worn that the inscriptions are completely gone. It remains a quiet portrait of the people who truly built Texas. Fact 5. A town with a rattlesnake festival in the small town of Sweetwater. The world's largest rattlesnake roundup takes place every year, the largest festival for capturing rattlesnakes in the world. It started in the 1950s to control the snake population, which was seen as a threat to farmers and cattle. Today, the festival attracts thousands of visitors who watch demonstrations, handling contests, and even cooking competitions using rattlesnake meat. Although controversial among environmentalists, many locals see the event as a cultural tradition, deeply rooted in West Texas identity. Fact 6. A park with wild deer in Kerr County. The Lost Maple State Natural Area is famous for its colorful trees in autumn, but it also shelters a wild deer population that has become almost mythical. For decades, these deer spread throughout the park, creating stories of unexpected encounters with hikers and even ghost deer appearing at night. The park protects these creatures while maintaining trails and observation areas so visitors can admire the wildlife without disturbing the natural balance. A perfect mix of natural beauty and Texan mystery. Fact 7. A train museum in Plano, Texas. The Interurban Railway Museum is housed in an old station of the Texas Electric Railway. The museum displays a restored, historic locomotive called Car 360, which operated in the first half of the 20th century. In addition to telling the history of trains in Texas, the museum occasionally hosts music events like small concerts inside the train car. creating a unique experience that combines history, transportation, and music. Fact 8. A prehistoric cave hidden in Texas' inner space cap remained hidden for over 10,000 years before its discovery. In 1963, a Texas Highway Department team found it while drilling, and in the summer of 1966, it was open to the public. Inside the cave, visitors can see huge rooms, impressive rock formations, and even prehistoric animal bones. The temperature inside stays constant at 72 degrees Fahrenheit, but the humidity makes it feel like 80 degrees, and it does not flood during rain, ensuring a safe and fascinating visit all year round. Fact 9. A living river of bats in Austin. The Congress Avenue Bridge is home to the largest urban bat colony in the world. Every year, between March and October, about 1.5 million bats leave the bridge at dusk to hunt insects, creating an impressive natural spectacle. Initially, after the bridge was repaired in the 1980s, people feared the bats and even asked for them to be exterminated. Thanks to activists, public opinion changed, and the event became a valued tourist attraction. Fact 10. A city survived a record tornado in Waco, Texas. A tornado in 1953 destroyed much of the city, leaving a deep mark on local history. This extreme event helped develop tornado prediction techniques and warning systems that have saved thousands of lives across the country. Waco is now known not just for its cultural history, but also as a valuable resource for studying extreme weather. Fact 11. The iconic BlueBonnet House. The BlueBonnet House, near Marble Falls, is one of the most photographed places in Texas. But not for the house itself. It is the surrounding fields of bluebonnets, the state flower that bloom in spring. Built by Logan Vanderveer around 1853, the stone house creates a picturesque scene that delights photographers and tourists. It has become a cultural symbol of Texas. Fact 12. Dinosaur footprints in Texas Dinosaur Valley State Park near Glen Rose is famous for its 113-million-year-old dinosaur footprints, preserved along 5 main tracks. These fossils formed when dinosaurs stepped into soft limestone mud along an inland sea. The site was discovered in 1909 when a child found large 3-toed tracks after a flood. Later, paleontologist R.T. Bird identified sauropod footprints, proving these giants walked on land. The park also features sculptures of a Tyrannosaurus and a Brontosaurus made for the 1964 New York World's Fair. Fact 13. Frog rain. Texas towns have historical reports of unusual rainstorms where frogs and fish fell from the sky, caused by tornadoes and strong storms lifting animals from rivers and lakes. Although it sounds impossible, records show these events astonished residents who had no explanation. Scientists today study these events to understand extreme weather effects on small creatures. Fact 14. The official cactus of Texas. At Phil Hardberger Park, many prickly pear cacti grow. In 1995, the Texas legislature chose them as the official state plant. The most common cactus is Opuntia engelmanni var, Lindheimeri, called prickly pear. But careful observers may also notice Opuntia macrorhiza, the plains prickly pear. These plants represent the official flora of Texas. Fact 15. A mysterious mansion in Galveston. The Bishop's Palace is a Victorian mansion built between 1887 and 1892, originally called Gresham's Castle. It was the home of Walter and Josephine Gresham and their family. In 1920, the Catholic Church bought it to serve as the bishop's residence, giving it the current name. The mansion is also famous for paranormal activity. Visitors and guides report strange lights and shadows, making the house an icon of Texas historical mystery. Fact 16. The history of Mustangs in Texas. The famous Mustangs of Texas descend from horses brought by the Spanish in the 16th century. Their presence is reflected in place names, such as Mustang Island. Over time, with ranching and settlement, wild horses were displaced, domesticated, and exterminated. The last Mustang on Mustang Island disappeared in the late 19th century, as the island became settled and used for cattle grazing. They remain a symbol of freedom and Texas's wild spirit. Fact 17. Marfa, art and lights. In Marfa, West Texas, there is a world-famous artistic community. It began as a small train stop and now hosts outdoor contemporary art installations and galleries. Marfa is also known for the Marfa lights, an optical phenomenon regularly seen in the area. Scientists concluded the lights are caused by car headlights distorted by warm desert air, but the city maintains a public observation area for visitors. Fact 18. Artisanal chocolate. Texas has a growing artisanal chocolate scene, with makers like Delizia Chocolatier in Austin and Teja's Chocolate Craftery in Dallas. They create high-quality bean-to-bar chocolates using responsibly sourced ingredients. Even though Texas does not commercially produce cocoa, the state stands out in the art of chocolate making, reflecting creativity and innovation. Fact 19. Record wind gust in Texas in April 2025. Midland, West Texas, recorded a 111 miles per hour wind gust, setting a new local record. This rare phenomenon, called a Virga bomb, happens when rain evaporates before reaching the ground, cooling the air rapidly and creating strong winds. The gust destroyed power poles, knocked down trees, and caused major damage. It is more common in West Texas due to the dry air. Fact 20. Texas has perfect skies for astronomy. At the McDonald Observatory in Fort Davis, West Texas, the night sky is one of the clearest and darkest in the country, ideal for astronomical observation. The observatory has powerful telescopes and public education programs, allowing visitors to see planets, stars, and galaxies with incredible clarity. Did you enjoy discovering these 20 wild facts about Texas? If any of them surprised you, hit the subscribe button and leave a like, because it helps the channel bring even more amazing curiosities from countries and cultures to you. And check out the next video appearing on your screen, full of unbelievable facts from another part of the world that will expand your knowledge even more and surprise you.